Hello, welcome to the eCommerce MasterPlan Virtual Summit, packed with the tips and strategies you need to achieve your goals this year and beyond. I'm Chloe Thomas, the host and creator of the award-winning eCommerce MasterPlan and the Marketing Focus Keep Optimizing podcast, and I'm also the host of this summit, which means it's down to me to make sure it's an event that gives you the top quality advice and ideas you want in every single session. And I've worked with every one of our speakers to get the content spot on. And whether you like it or not, I'm going to be in every single session, making sure we squeeze every last bit of goodness out of every speaker and every topic. This session kicks off our day of customer acquisition tips in style. When we talk about customer acquisition, it is super easy to only think about driving traffic to our websites. Think about all those lovely marketing methods that we can optimize. But if that traffic, those people, don't have a great experience when they get to you, your marketing money and time and effort has been wasted. So especially in these times of increased costs and squeezed consumer spending, I'm really pleased we're starting the whole event off with a set of tips that when you follow them will improve the ROI, the profit, the return on investment of all your marketing money and effort. So to share the best customer service tips for 2022, I'm joined by the brilliant Neil Forrest from Gorgias. Let's bring Neil up on stage. Hello, Neil. How are you doing?
Hello, Chloe. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm all good, thanks. I'm all good.
Well, it's brilliant. As I just said, it is awesome to be starting the summit off with such a critical, often overlooked topic. So I figure we should let you just share these tips. So let's bring your slide deck up,
Nice.
and I will leave you to it. The stage is all yours.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Chloe, and hello, everybody. My name is Neil Forrest. I'm the strategic partner manager for Gorgias, and while I'm working at Gorgias, my background is sort of in digital and e-com for the last 8.5 years. I've worked agency side. I'm now working tech side, but I also run my own brand, so I have a slightly unique perspective on things, particularly acquisition, from that agency point of view, from the merchant point of view, and also from the technology point of view. So hopefully I've tried to distill that down into 3 tips today. 10 minutes is not super long, so hopefully we can get through it. But what I want to give you is tips on how you can drive an exceptional customer experience and drive acquisition throughout your 2022 strategy. So before I get into that, I do want to touch on what Gorgias is, because a lot of what I'm talking about relies on understanding what the platform does. In short, we are the #1 help desk for e-commerce, and we pull in all of your customer support channels to one platform. So email, chat, Facebook, Instagram, and that's Instagram comments and Facebook comments and DMs, SMS, phone, and very, very soon, landing in Q2, I'm excited to announce, is a WhatsApp integration, which is super exciting. We integrate with Shopify, BigCommerce, and Magento, and all the other usual suspects in e-com, like Yotpo, Klaviyo, Loyalty Line, etc. And what we can do is perform actions directly within Gorgias, such as refunding customers, creating new orders, tracking orders, editing orders, so that you as a brand or your support teams don't need to flick between different tabs, ultimately saving time and providing a better customer experience for customers. We're working with around about 9,000 D2C brands, and that's across all different types of verticals. And the primary way that we're helping these brands is by automating processes, cutting down that response time, increasing efficiency, and all of this leads into providing that better customer experience to drive revenue. And we'll touch on how we do that throughout the course of this presentation. And before we get into it, I just want to let you know that because you're attending this event, if you did want to sign up to Gorgias, we'll give you 2 months free. And there's going to be a link to book a demo at the end of this. So without further ado, I often ask brands, how much do they care about customer service or customer experience? And I usually get a sort of mixed response. Some people do, some people don't. And I think some people tend to lie about the fact that they do. But really, we, as brand owners, we need to be focusing on customer experience. because 79% of consumers would take their business to a competitor within a week if they experience a poor customer experience. And so this is why I really want to give you these 3 tips on how to drive customer experience, regardless of the technology that you use within your business. You should be able to implement these tips. But before I do that, I want to define what exceptional customer experience looks like, or explain what I mean by that. And really, we can measure customer experience in a variety of ways. And it starts on level 1 being poor and level 5 being the most exceptional brands. And we measure it by using things like first response time, ticket resolution time, the amount of revenue that your support teams are generating, how many channels do you have integrated, how many tickets are automated, that sort of thing. And it might be kind of shocking to hear that actually only 3% of teams provide exceptional support, and that's the level 5 support. So we're talking brands like Amazon. Say what you want about Amazon. If there's one thing they do very well, it's provide a great customer experience. And that is kind of shown with an average response time of less than 10 minutes. If we're looking at the average support team, they actually sit around level 2, and there's an average response time of about 12 hours. So what we want to do is try and get onto level 3 and 4 as quickly as possible. And this is what Gorgias helps with. So that leads me on to tip number 1, which is speed. Speed equals a better customer experience, which leads to higher conversions, which leads to acquisition and revenue. So just to illustrate what that is, we all know customer service as a whole still pretty much sucks. We've got that average first contact time of about 12 hours, an average resolution time of at least 17 hours for a lot of brands. And really what this makes customers feel is like they're just another ticket, or they had to repeat themselves. Maybe they've reached out by email, haven't got response. They've reached out by phone, haven't got response. So they reach out by Facebook. And really they're just left feeling like they're repeating themselves and not getting an answer. So what we want to try and get to is a point where you're delivering exceptional customer experience that makes your brand stand out from your competitors. We can use this experience as a brand differentiator. So what's one of the best variables that you can control, or the easiest variables that you can control? It's going to be first response time and resolution time. And I want to actually just use an example of one of our customers who did this really well. So Lily's Q, their team were receiving comments and questions from Instagram, excuse me, Instagram, Facebook, organic channels, paid. And then before they started using Gorgias, their teams were passing on these questions and comments to the customer service team. There was manual workflows, human error, all leading to long handling times. But then by implementing simple solutions like live chat and automation, they were able to cut the resolution time down by over 24 hours. And what this allows customers to do, bearing in mind we want to provide the best customer service, is allow customers to ask questions while they're on a product or at a certain stage in the buying process directly on the website without them having to abandon their cart. And as a result of being able to do this, Lily's Q saw an increase in sales, a total increase in sales of over 166%, which is wild. So the solution to that is answer pre-purchase questions without the customer leaving the site. So to recap, tip 1 is speed. Cut your response time down, regardless of technology. Strive to cut your response time down. This is going to lead to a better customer experience, higher conversions, make it easier to acquire customers, and drive revenue for your brand. So tip 2 is treat social media as a support channel. Whether you like it or not, I know some people fundamentally hate social media, but as brand owners, we need to be present. Email is still the biggest support channel. Second is chat. But while it's the smallest support channel, social media is the fastest growing. And what we can see here is ticket data from Gorgias over a 12-week period, and a third of the ticket intents is pre-sales questions. So what I want to do is look at how can we provide a successful customer experience on social media to help with these pre-sales questions. And the answer lies in segmentation. It's segmenting between pre-purchase questions and post-purchase questions. Pre-purchase helping with acquisition, and I know we're talking about acquisition today. I'm not here to talk about retention, but the reason I bring this up is to highlight the difference. So pre-purchase questions being things like, I love this brand, when is your next sale? Maybe tagging a friend and saying, we need to buy this product, or someone asking a question about a color or a size. And then post-purchase being questions about like, oh, I bought this and it's amazing. Or maybe it's something negative. Maybe it's something like, I tried to contact support and I had a chat. I had an issue with that. So what we're going to do is turn these social browsers and interactions with customers into buyers. And what we can do to help with that is use sentiment detection and automation. So say someone reaches out or comments on one of your ads. We can identify if that's a positive comment. And if it is, flag that to your support team. And that is an opportunity. That's a social lead for you to reach out and be proactive about. Someone's thinking about your brand at that very point in time. So if you can offer them a discount code, then that is going to lead to higher conversions and make it easier to acquire that customer. And obviously, lots of us run social ads. Very important to be maximizing the conversions on those ads to drive a higher return on ad spend. So tip 2 is treat social media as a support and acquisition channel, not just through paid ads. And then tip 3 is to engage pre-sale with proactive chat campaigns to boost conversions. Remembering that a third of all tickets on Gorgias are pre-sales questions. I'm going to use an example of one of our clients, OG. Now they sell lipstick in lots of different colors, and they were getting lots of tickets about people asking about what shade to buy. So they wanted to run a proactive campaign to offer people advice on this. I love this example. This is someone who actually reached out to this campaign and asked for advice. They got an answer quickly from support, and then 3 minutes later, they had bought not just this item, but 5 items with a total of $200, over $200. And the reason I want to highlight this is that these chat campaigns, these proactive chat campaigns, you typically see a conversion rate of between maybe 10 and sometimes over 20% when they're done right. So tip 3 is engage pre-sale with proactive chat campaigns to boost conversions. So just to recap, what you can do is leverage the best e-commerce tools available. Gorgias being one of them allows you to aggregate all of your support channels in one place to provide that personalized, fast support. We also want to treat social media as a support and acquisition channel. We want to engage with customers pre-sales. And if there's one thing to take away from all of this, because all of this can be done regardless of technology that you use, is respond quickly. Speed will be your best friend when it comes to customer experience. And after that whistle-stop presentation, if you'd like to book a demo with Gorgias, you can scan the QR code here. That will come up on your phone. Or if you want to take a screenshot of that, like, go for it. We can also see the book a demo banner on screen. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is on screen, neil.forrest@gorgias.com.
Oh, Neil, that was brilliant. Thank you so much. And I know there's a lot, there's a lot of people watching going, Oh yeah, we kind of knew we should be doing that. We
That's
kind of
it.
knew we should be doing that. So
It's
I
almost
love
the
that you.
brilliant basics.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, you put the numbers there. It's like there's no getting away from this, guys. You've got to be speeding up the response of your customer support if you want to drive those sales. And if you know, and the customers now are in the driving seat, they pick what channels they want to talk to you on. So if you're not, you know, there ready to talk to them, and we've all seen those Facebook ads or Instagram ads that have all these comments from people and no one getting back to them. It's like,
Yeah.
Even if they're not bad comments, we've got to be on top of this for our sales channels in so many ways. So I love that you took us through those three. Not difficult, everybody. They aren't difficult, but they're going to help all your customer acquisition, all your customer retention. They're going to help with all your marketing. And as I think Neil very well demonstrated, you can make this a huge amount easier on you and your team if you have the right tech in place. You know, and quite frankly, a bit more secure as well, because you don't want to be handing that Instagram login to everyone in your business either. Anyway, that was me waxing lyrical about how awesome your presentation was, Neil. I should probably ask you a question rather than just repeat everything you've already said.
Go for it.
So we've got a session coming up on later today, which will be about the importance of the right tech stack at the moment. And I think there's such an important part, as you've just outlined, on letting the tech do the heavy lifting for us and letting the tech remove the risk for us and allow us to relax and know that all the messages are being picked up, that the right information is getting between places. So when we're using the tech and we're integrating, are there any kind of key cool integrations or key ways we could be using integrations to make things work even better with turning our customer service into a sales channel? Ridiculously long question. Hopefully you get what I'm on about.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's maybe two parts to the answer for that. The first part is thinking about how Gorgias it gives you this single customer view. So we integrate with countless people within the e-commerce ecosystem, and it's without having it in front of me. It's hard to explain, but you imagine that you're a support agent managing a ticket. On your screen, you will get information about that customer's Shopify orders, what loyalty program they're a member of, what tier they're on, what reviews they've left about products, about the company, what subscription what products they're subscribed to. All of that information in one place is super valuable to support agents to provide the best possible customer experience. But the other thing is that it's a new place to collect loads and loads of data about a customer. So it's not just valuable to support agents, it's valuable to the likes of e-com managers, business owners who want to understand trends within the tickets that are getting sent in. Are loads of people asking about shipping? Is there a problem with shipping if that's the case? Are lots of people asking about sizing? Maybe we need to make our sizing clearer on the website. Things like that. There's tons of data that becomes available to the support agent, but also the other people in the business because of those integrations. And that just simply leads to less time being spent. And we all know time is money in e-com. And then the second part to the answer, you asked if there's any cool integrations, particularly thinking about how we're talking about acquisition. We have a two-way integration with Klaviyo. And the exciting part for that, for me, as a marketer and for other marketers that we're speaking to, is that you now get a whole new subset of data that we can create lists and segment on. So we can, if someone has reached out and there's a ticket in Gorgias about a customer, we can identify what that ticket was about, what it contained, like maybe it contained a certain phrase, whatever it might be. And then we can create lists, hyper-targeted campaigns based on new criteria that was never available before.
That's amazing. I think it strikes me that there's kind of like the first message for everyone listening is, one, make your customer service easy for your team to manage so that they can turn it from a cost into a sales channel, which I think is kind of the number one mistake e-commerce businesses make, is thinking that customer service is just a cost. No. As we saw, I think it was It was the Lily's example you gave. Sales from support up 166% just by reducing resolution time.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things that I like to see is we can measure the revenue that's generated specifically through our platform, and even down to like an agent level. So if you've got a team of 20, 50 agents, or even less, however many you have, you can actually see how many people are performing and use it as a new KPI that you might not have had before.
Well, because we're getting a little bit ninja
here,
but
super granular.
But that's one of the other cool things you can do is if you're tracking that, you can go, right, this is someone who's great at resolving shipping problems. We'll send them the shipping problems one. They don't need a sales target. They need a happy customer target. And then here's someone who's done an amazing job of helping customers find the right lipstick color. Send that person all the lipstick questions because it's a very different skill set often dealing with the nitty gritty of a shipping request and doing the sales side. So you shouldn't be expecting all your team to be doing the same thing.
I totally agree. And in that example that I showed, the lipstick example, they actually have a dedicated team just to answer those questions, answer them quickly, answer them, fully, and they are reaping the rewards of that.
Yeah, so I was trying to do like a timeline thing, wasn't I? So first of all, I was going to say you should be treating your customer service as a sales channel and speeding up those times, getting the right data in place, getting the right tech in place, getting those integrations in place, and then you can start doing kind of the really cool stuff where you are mining that data for the email campaigns, for that lipstick example where you're getting proactive and going, all right, we know everyone's getting stuck here. Let's offer our help. It really... It's kind of like a secret powerhouse of conversions if you actually leverage the tech you've got and the data you're getting.
No, I mean, I couldn't have put it better myself, really. Yeah,
it's just, guys, what we're saying is this is just so obvious. You need to be doing this in a year where we've got, we're going to say the recession word. We shouldn't. We're going to say consumers have got going to have less money. You've got rising costs. You need to be using the tech to help you and making sure you've got these things in place so as you are not losing customers that you've paid and you've fought and you've worked really hard to get to your site. Neil, we are... Due to my ranting, we're starting to run out of time. So before we say goodbye to you, what should people do if they're going, okay, right, this week is the week I'm going to sort out my customer service side of things, streamline things, get the right tech in place. So as for the rest of the year, we are ready to go. What should they be doing?
Book a demo. There we go. Book a demo. You can go to this link and... Yeah, I'd say just book a demo, get a feel for the platform. You can set up a trial. It takes literally minutes. You don't need any development. Most of the integrations that we have are just a couple of clicks. And then you can start to get a feel for the platform and how it works for your brand and your workflows in particular. And like I said, or like you said, this is a year for difficult cost rises. Acknowledge that, and so to help, we can offer 2 months free on Gorgias as well, which can be a significant saving.
Excellent, guys. So make sure you use that link to go and book your demo, and then you'll get that brilliant saving. And Gorgias integrates with Shopify and most of the other major platforms as well, doesn't it? So this isn't just a Shopify piece.
Yeah. We integrate with Shopify, BigCommerce, and Magento. Yeah, that's the three main e-com.
That's the three big ones, isn't it? Yeah. So guys, if you're on Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce, go and have a demo and see how this could help improve your sales and your customer service. So there's a bit of retention in this one as well.
Yeah, I know.
Neil,
I'm glad I got away with that.
No, that's fine. We try and separate them in this event, but of course they are inextricably linked at the end of the day. But Neil, that was absolutely superb. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a part of the summit.
No, thanks for having me. Cheers, Chloe.
Right, everyone, an excellent session there to kick off our customer acquisition day. If that hasn't given you some ideas for improving your customer acquisition, you clearly weren't watching or listening. Go and watch it again when the replay's available by next week. In our next session, we're going to bring you another expert and another brilliant way to improve your customer acquisition in 2022. We are going to be talking quizzes and zero-party data, in fact. So more awesome ROI, more awesome data for you to use to improve acquisition as well. And to make the most of this summit for all of you, we are making all the replays available for you to watch with your team by next week. So please do share this session, this event with them and anyone else you think would benefit. You can do that by giving them the link ecmp.info/summit 2022. Because, me and all the speakers have created these sessions to help as many e-commerce businesses as possible improve their marketing in what's going to be an interesting and challenging year. So please do share that link far and wide because we want to help more people over the coming weeks as well. And I will see all of you very shortly in our next session.